Hi guys, this is Rob from the Football Forecast and I'm here reacting live to the madness that's going on at Manchester United with Jadon Sancho as the latest topic of discussion. So just briefly, my thoughts on Jadon Sancho as a player. I think he's a fantastic player. He came from Dortmund with a high reputation, was in the England squad. Manchester United bought Jadon Sancho to play him on the right hand side. Since he's come into United, he's played on the left, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, spending 80 million on a player to fix one side of your wing. And he ends up playing the other side, so whoever that comes down to, it's knocked Sancho's confidence. Last year, I thought Ten Hag handled his situation pretty well. Sancho was said to be having some mental illness issues. Ten Hag sent him off to Holland, where he done some training, Ten Hag's camp. And Sancho came back much better, he came back happier. Ten Hag always saw Sancho as a false nine. And that kind of brings us up to this season really, where Sancho hasn't really played. Rashford's played on the left, when Martial has played, or Sancho hasn't played at all. Garnacho has been in there. So that comes to yesterday, when Ten Hag said that Sancho was not selected for the Manchester United versus Arsenal game because of his training. Now, Sancho immediately hit back on Twitter, X as it's now called, and he said that he feels like he's the scapegoat for a lot of stuff that's going wrong with Manchester United lately. He also said that there's other things going on in the background that he feels he's been targeted for that he won't get into now. Classic. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. So, doing some research, looking back a bit, it looks like Sancho has been criticised in the past for turning up late for training. Some people said that he was gaming a lot and he would sleep in. And his attitude has been questioned in the past. Now, my first thought when I saw that yesterday was, okay, Sancho's showing a bit of bite here, he's backing up for himself. But then my immediate thought was, no matter what happens, you do not throw the manager under the bus. There's absolutely no way you can do that. Ronaldo did that and he was gone. I'll be honest lads, I could see Sancho heading for the exit door in January at this point. He's not done it for 80 million. I'm a huge fan of Sancho. You know, I really wanted him to kick on. But at this point, I feel like the end is near for Sancho. Now, if this happened during Sir Alex Ferguson's time, the player would never see the light of day at Manchester United again. The player would never be allowed to enter Carrington again. And the player would never even see Sir Alex Ferguson again. You can ask Roy Keane about that. The greatest leader in United's history. Spoke out against the manager and other players and he was gone. Ten Hag has had a reputation for standing up and making the big decisions. Harry Maguire, Ronaldo and even Sancho himself, sending him away to Holland to help him out. I think this could mark the end for Jadon Sancho. I feel at this stage he needs to have a sit down with Ten Hag and they need to come to some sort of an agreement that he will leave in January. I also heard rumblings that he was a bit disappointed he didn't get a move to Chelsea, which I find a bit strange because they're as big a mess as Manchester United are at the moment. So, you know, there isn't really a silver lining there for Sancho. And I'm a bit disappointed, if I'm being completely honest, to hear that he's had attitude problems. You know, there has to be a reason why he's not playing for a fella who's such a good player. I know he hasn't kicked on with United, but there has to be some reason behind the scenes why Sancho isn't playing. So I suppose, in conclusion, to analyse it all, I feel like I'm happy Sancho showed a bit of balls basically to stand up for himself, but he did it in a completely wrong way. He should have went to Ten Hag this morning. He's not in the England squad. Should have went to Ten Hag and said, look, let's work out our issues. I feel like I'm training fine. Ten Hag obviously has different opinions, but to criticise your manager on Twitter, it's just a bit low and a bit kind of agenty, I feel there, you know. The agent probably answering him saying, look, set your story straight. So yeah, that's the big news among the madness at Manchester United at the moment. There's obviously a lot more things happening that haven't been confirmed or are hearsay that we won't talk about at the moment. But yeah, Sancho, is his time up at Manchester United? Let's see what you guys think.